Yeah, folks, I'm not here to just drag Karen's name through the mud or just question her integrity, but you can't really blame me for suspecting that this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, persona she's been juggling around just won't, hold up for too long. Yeah, she's nice, she's being cordial, she's being considerate, but we all know that at the drop of a hat, she goes right back to her old, bitter, cussing people out self. And, I've done enough videos about the topic of whether or not Karen going back over to Zach's house later in the same night, that basically during the nighttime of the day they're currently in, based on their outfits, we wonder if she's going over there to ask Zach for more money because she basically ripped up the check that he had given her a day. What was it? If I'm not mistaken, didn't she rip up the check that he dropped off for her yesterday? Yeah, basically less than 24 hours ago, he gave her a check, she ripped it up. But now she's about to find out how much it's going to cost from Brian, the contractor, to repair the hair salon. And she's worried about it. Andy said she would loan her the money after she said that she ripped up the check that Zach wrote her. And I think Andy did that for the sake of, well, it looks like Karen's in a good place. She's talking about how she just had a cordial conversation with Fatima after going off on him in the store. So maybe it's best to kind of distance Karen from Zach and Fatima by offering to loan her the money. That way there's no Karen popping up unannounced and asking for more. And in the off chance that Zach says no, it'll set her off again. So one has to wonder if the car seat was like an olive branch or if she was literally just kind of, like Fatima would say, placing an investment like, hey, I gave Michael the car seat and some food and some groceries, so you ought to go ahead and reloan me the money for the salon, even though you already did it and I ripped the check up. And that's the thing with Karen. And look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm just saying what I'm theorizing here. Karen's the kind of person where she will do one thing for you. And let's just say on the scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 3 in terms of it only took about 3 out of 10 in terms of effort for her to do this thing for one person. Yet when she comes around and asks for the person to kind of do something for her, she's demanding something on a level of a 7 or 9 on that scale of 1 to 10, And if you refuse or say you can't do it, she will more than likely just continue to throw the thing she did for you at a worth of 3 because you wouldn't do something for her at a worth of, let's say, 9. A better comparison is when, Andy refuses to bad talk Fatima because Karen is upset. It's like, you know what? Yeah, that's your best friend. It's like, you ought to have my back because I'm your friend. I've been here longer. And it's like, but you're tripping, Karen. I mean, Zach has already moved on. He's engaged. And yet you're still trying to get him back. And you're the one that kicked him to the curb. I mean, yeah, you were there for me as I was going through the Gary stuff. So why in the world, should you, no, actually think back. Whenever Andy was going through some foolishness with Gary, Karen would, tell her what she thought, regardless of how Andy felt, until it got to the point where she said, you know what, I don't care anymore. But the fact that Andy can't express how she really feels about the situation, especially if it doesn't align with what Karen thinks, then automatically she's a bad friend. Basically, Karen can dish it out, but she can't take it. Danny's the same kind of way, but it just feels weird to me that Karen will pull a Sabrina and ask someone for an ungodly amount of money when there are other ways of getting it, or she could just sit on the sidelines and wait for something to happen. Because if Andy, which he already has, agreed to loan her the money, there is literally no reason for Karen to go over to that house, especially Zach, who's going to be in his feelings, because I have no doubt he's going to be upset because the cop is going to allow Heather to take Michael away from him. So he's going to be sad just sitting at the house, and now Karen's going to come up for whatever reason. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think she will ask Zach for, another check? And if he says no, will she try to throw that car seat in his face or what? I mean, if I was at a look, I will just, how much did the stuff cost? I'll write you a check for that right now, but I'm not going to give you like thousands of dollars for a salon repair because I'm going through something right now. I mean, his best counter would be, look, I know I wrote you that check, but Heather took my son and I got to prepare to, get some court stuff done in order to get custody. So I don't have the extra money right now to try to fix your salon. So I feel like something like that might happen and Karen has no right to be mad. So with that being said, let's talk about it in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.